Welcome back to Bulgaria and welcome back to Bdin Vidin, where we currently find ourselves in phase 4 of our journey to become the number 1 ranked nation in Europe, having completed phases 1, 2 and 3 on our journey so far. Yes, that's right guys, it's season 4 of our journey here in Bulgaria and we've got a lot to catch up on since you were last here. Now before I do get into things today, guys, this will be the first episode I try something different with the editing. But it's still something I'm learning how to do, but I've spent a long time piecing this episode together. So if you do appreciate the effort I've put in, be sure to hit that like button and also the subscribe button if you want to see more like this. Now, last season we finished a very respectable 10th position in our first season in the top flight, having been promoted the season before, which did put us into the middle tier of a three-way split after 30 games. Once the preliminary phase had been completed. So moving into that middle tier of the league, our lack of inexperience and lack of quality squad depth really showed, and we struggled against teams like Itar and Arda Karjali. However, we did manage to get the better of Slavia Sofia. So we're here in season 4, looking to go one better and complete phase 4 of our challenge, which of course is to qualify for Europe. So we come into this season with a slightly increased wage budget, but still nowhere near enough to really challenge Ludogorets and Levski Sofia at the top. But we have, however, been boosted by the board's willingness to work with senior affiliates. And over the course of the summer, we've added to our previous agreement with Rennes by enticing Monaco to send their young prospects here also. Now, Monaco are a huge team in terms of French and European football, and the excellent facilities reflect that fact. So with the addition of Monaco to our existing deal with Stade Rennais, we look to bolster our squad to improve our predicted league position before any players came in. And those players were desperately needed, as coming into the season our title odds were massive and were predicted to struggle again. So we delved into the transfer market with our limited budgets in the hope of improving our chances. Now I will warn you guys, there are quite a lot of signings, so bear with me. So we'll start off with the ins, and we welcome quite a lot of players. The first of which is Kirilo Pashko. He's coming on loan from Dynamo Kiev, followed by Panache Mutabanyoko, a free transfer from Arda Karjali. Justin Alarcon, previously a free agent. Kevin Palacios, also a free agent. Alexa Amanovic, again another free agent, followed by Georgi Terziev, again a free agent. Kilian Balazug comes in on a season-long loan from Rennes. Neverton, a season-long loan from Spartak Varna. Esteban Constantine on loan from Chernomor Varna. Aitor Paredes, formerly a free agent. Patrick Sigurda Gunnarsson, another free agent. Richie Valme, our first loan signing from Monaco. Massim Benama, another loan from Monaco. Eamon Barkok, previously a free agent. And finally, Marwan Opati on loan from Monaco, which brings us to a total spent of 0. On the outs, there's been quite a lot as well, the most notable being Diakite, who joins Almeria for £250,000, and Montoya leaving for 34k. So we've brought in a grand total of £400,000 over the summer. So what all those signings have done for our title odds, guys, is it has reduced us down slightly. We are still expected to struggle, but if we can improve on last season, that is a step in the right direction. Obviously, the more we're in the top flight, the better we do. Our budgets will catch up with us. So quite a lot of new faces there, guys, and we will meet those players properly when we go in to a game, which we're going to do today. Now, first of all, I am already a third of the way through the season. I decided not to do the opening game of the season. I've come back to do the 10th. We do have a little bit of a highlight package though of the first 9 games of the season. Opening day of the season, and we opened our account at home to Hibar with Kevin Palacios scoring on his debut. Alexa Amanovic also scoring on his debut. And Panache securing the victory just after the hour mark. We backed that great result up with victory over Arda Karjali. Amanovic again on the score sheet, And Syracuse, our young Greek prospect, getting his first of the season. At home to Barrow this time out, we were 3-0 down after just 22 minutes, but we rallied firstly through Pashko. And then we scored two late goals with Syracuse. And Amanovic completing the comeback. We lost our first game of the season next time out at home to CSKA Sofia, but we did score 3 goals. Firstly from Panache. Pashko continued his good start to the season. And Palacios got a late consolation for us. Back to winning ways away to Botev Vraka, and the goals came firstly from Alarcon before Palacios clinched the result. A good result followed away to CSK 1948, the goals coming from Pashko and Syracuse scored a late equaliser for us. Game 7 was a poor result for us, losing at home to Lokomotiv Plovdiv, with Barkok scoring our only goal of the game. We got back to winning ways next time out though against Slavia Sofia, with Alarcon getting us up and running. Barkok then scored to make it 2 before Slavia Sofia rallied. But Palacios rescored our lead before Slavia again equalised. Barkop then popped up with a 91st minute winner to secure all 3 points. And finally we have last season's bogey team next, and a much more respectable this season, only losing 2-1 to Levski Sofia, with Barkok again on the score sheet. So guys, as you can see, it has been a fairly good start to the season for a team as small as Bdin. We've picked up a few wins, a few draws and a few defeats so far this season. And that finally brings us up to date, guys. We've made it to game number 10. We currently find ourselves in 7th position in the league, which I think is very, very respectable. We've played 9, won 4, drawn 2, lost 3. We've got a goal difference of 0. Again, we are conceding far too many goals, and it is our weakness at the minute. You've got CSK 1948 at the top though. Ludogorets have had a little bit of a poor start, but they do have 2 games in hand. Levski Sofia up there. Lokomotiv Plovdiv are the surprise package so far though, with 21 points from their 10 games. I would expect them to drop off as the season goes on. Now today's game is against Ludogorets Razgrad, 10 games into the season, and we're going to have a proper meet of the new players that we've signed. In goal for us today is the Icelander Patrick Sigurder Gunnarsson, formerly of Viking, formerly of Brentford. He's actually got an appearance for Brentford. 25-year-old goalkeeper who's coming on a free transfer. He is a very, very good goalkeeper, and he is a big improvement on Montoya. We also had an issue with the signs that I've made where I'd gone over the foreigners. I had far too many foreigners in the squad basically. So I decided to move Montoya on. I've got a little bit of money coming for him. We've signed Gunnarsson. He's got a crazy value for a club of our size. So he's the goalkeeper for this season. At right back for the season, but he can also play as a centre-half, we do have Georgie Terziev, formerly of Ludogorets, between 13 and 24. He's made 150 appearances for the best team in Bulgaria, really. He is a very, very good defender, and he comes in to help bolster that defence. Right centre-back for today is the on-loan Richie Valmet, the Haitian/French on loan from Monaco for the season. A very, very good central defender, 21 years old. He's got great potential. He's had a good start to the season as well for us. His attributes are absolutely fantastic, and I'm pleased to have him here. One of the very few players who've retained from last season, and that is Mohamed El Maghrabi, the Egyptian, 25 years old now. Still a very good player, more than capable of playing in the defence for us. He's the left-sided centre-half for us today. Of course, formerly of Al Ahly. Very, very good player. Maybe not lived up to his ability so far here in Bulgaria, but you know, we'll see. And at left back is Alexa Amanovic, the Serbian Macedonian. Comes in, 29 years old. He's probably the highest paid player at the club on £725. I had to put loads of bonuses in his contract as well to get him to sign, but I really, really needed him. I did not have a left back other than El Maghrabi. I was very, very short of players, which is why Alexa comes in, formerly of Astana and Partizan as well. 29 years old, like I say. Serbia and Macedonia do take up a foreign slot though in my squad. Into the midfield, and we have Maysam Benama, the 21-year-old Frenchman on loan from Monaco. Comes in as a ball-winning defender in that defensive midfield role for us this season. Another very good player, maybe not quite first division standards, as you can see by what my assistant thinks of him. Thinks he's a good Vitória Liga player. He's in as a squad player, so I don't have to play him so much, but he does have a load of potential, and I'm hoping he can do well for us here. The advanced playmaker for today's game is on loan Esteban Constantine. The Frenchman comes in on loan from Cherno Varna. He's coming in again as a sort of squad player, another good Vitória Liga player, so second tier, formerly of Sochaux in France. So he does have some potential as well, and he has performed okay in the games that he's played for us so far. On the right wing, we have the 20-year-old Ukrainian Kirilo Pashko on loan from Dynamo Kyiv. Very, very good player for the level of club that we are. We're not paying any of his wages, and he has performed okay. He's been a bit hit and miss, as you can see by those bars in the middle of the screen there, guys. He's got a few greens mixed in with a few yellows. I would say quite inconsistent. It doesn't show up as a con for him though, being inconsistent. In fact, it actually shows up as him being consistent, which I'm yet to see from the Ukrainian. One thing we do have to bear in mind though with this squad, guys, is that we are a lot of new players and we're still gelling as a team. Attacking midfield for today is Eamon Barkok, the German, 28-year-old with 18 caps, by the way. Comes in formerly of Mainz and Eintracht Frankfurt, Fortuna Dusseldorf as well. He's one of the newer signings, so he's not really played too many games for us so far, but the games he has played, he's been absolutely fantastic for us. Can play a multitude of positions as well. He's not asking a lot of wages, £375 a week. Initially, when I had him on trial, he did not want to sign at all. He thought that we could not meet his financial requirements. He went away, I left him for a couple of weeks, came back in, £375 a week. So he is just getting up to speed with us, but he has started really, really well. Left side for today is Kevin Palacios, the Colombian, takes up another one of those foreign slots. Another one who's not really lived up to the hype so far, again on £725 a week, another one of the quite expensive weekly wage signings. Again, does have some good potential though. Maybe at the age of 26 he's not going to hit that potential, but he can play as a left, anywhere up the left of the pitch really, which is very useful for us to have. And finally up top it is Panache Mutabanyoko. Again, has not really lived up to his name. He's only got 2 goals and 1 assist in the 7 appearances so far this season. He does have the attributes to perform there. £500 a week, whether he can actually perform there or not, it's yet to be seen really. You can see his last 4 games, he's been a little bit off form, which is why we've been using Syrikos, the young Greek who we do have here at Bdin. So that is today's lineup. We will go through some of the other players when we see them. You can see there that we have brought Jules Deville back in on loan for a second season from Rennes. There's a few of the other players kicking about as well. Joe, my son, has gone out on loan to try and get some match experience for him. But let's see how we go. Bear in mind we are away to Ludogorets today, guys, so it's going to be a difficult game as it is. So we get the game underway, guys, and here's us on the ball straight away. It's Terziev into Pashko. Nice little touch. Gets the ball across. It's I think it's Palacios with the effort. Did the goalkeeper make a save there and put it behind for a corner? I think he might have done. It's going to be Barkok, the German, to take the resulting corner towards that near post. Headed clear by Wout Weghorst. Only as far as Pashko though. Can he put it back in? He can towards that back post. Ludogorets have managed to clear the ball again, but a good early pressure from Bdin. And we come again with Ivicic. Ivicic with the header on, but El Maghrabi is there. Does manage to get the ball back to Gunnarsson. El Maghrabi again, of course, filling in at centre half for us today. Back to Gunnarsson, to Valmet, the young Frenchman. Brings the ball out of defence into Barkok, the German, towards Panache, but it's a poor pass, and Wiltry does cut it out for Ludogorets. They're moving the ball forward now. Come back to Traore instead. Traore into the midfield. Over towards Owusu. Owusu's got Tekpeti outside of him. Tekpeti has the effort for Ludogorets, and it's a little bit of a poor one, really. Well, with just about half an hour on the clock, guys, we are actually holding our own here away to Ludogorets. They've not really made too much of an impression on us, but that's probably about to change now. It's Tekpeti with the ball. Comes back to Awaziem, Wiltry, Awaziem again, Traore, Piotr Krauski to Pedro Ganachas, out to the left hand side, and Ruiz moving the ball down the line, looks to get the crossing, does get the crossing towards that back post, headed cleared by Valmet. The effort comes in from Gaetano there, but it's gone over the bar. Gunnarsson was not really troubled by that one. But again, they are starting to turn the screw now, and it's Wiltry on this right hand side, Owusu into Weghorst. Weghorst inside the area. They get the ball across, and it is Alicia. Owusu gets the goal and opens the scoring here for Ludogorets. Right, approaching half time. Bdin with the ball. Terziev with the throw in towards Valmet. In towards Palacios with the header on. Owusu gets it clear. Pashko's going to collect this though. The Ukrainian. Into El Maghrabi again. Back to Konstantin. Forward towards Amanovic. It's a poor touch from Amanovic though, and Wiltry does get it back to his goalkeeper. And they've cleared it nicely to the left-hand side. And Ruiz, they're coming down this left again. It's Pashko trying to get back to him, the number 21 there. But Ruiz is just too fast. It's a good ball into the box as well towards Weghorst, who can't win there. And Tekpeti tries the spectacular. Good save by Gunnarsson, who rolls it out straight away to El Maghrabi. Now Terziev. Pashko. Nice touch. Barkok. Surrounded by green shirts. Still holding on to the ball though. Barkok gets the byline, gets the ball across. It's cut out by Traore. And now Pedro Ganachas does manage to clear it for Ludogorets. And at half time, guys, it's been okay. It's been okay. It's probably what we expect away to Ludogorets. We're not out the game by any means, but I think Ludogorets' quality is probably just a little bit too much for us. Into the second half now, and Ruiz with the corner for Ludogorets towards that near post, towards Weghorst. We do get it clear though. Konstantin completes the clearance, but Owusu does pick up the second ball for Ludogorets. Finds Wiltry. Awaziem again. Nice little nudge off the ball there from El Maghrabi, and the ball runs through, and Gunnarsson now to Valmet. Konstantin forward towards Panache, who's just stood still on his heels, not even challenging for the ball. And Weghorst finds Tekpeti, and Weghorst has missed an absolute sitter. I don't know what that was from Panache, just absolutely stood still. So a quick change. I'm a little bit annoyed with Panache for not challenging for that ball, so I've brought Opati on for his debut from the club. He's only just signed for us on loan from Monaco, I believe he's on loan from. I've forgotten already, guys. That's how bad my memory is. Hopefully he can do better than Panache has. But with 20 minutes remaining, we're still not out of this game. It is still only 1-0, and anything can happen at 1-0. And this could be that opportunity. It's Barkok picking the ball up inside his own half, driving forward, comes back to Pashko. Pashko inside to Konstantin. It's cut out by Traore though with a good tackle, and now it's Wout Weghorst finding Tekpeti. Ball over the top. Gaetano's going to get there. He's got the pace. And Gianluca Gaetano puts the ball in the back of the net to make it 2-0 to Ludogorets. I don't know if that's a lack of pace or a lack of desire in our central defence there, but they're just made no effort whatsoever to follow the run of Gaetano. It's a good ball by Tekpeti, but who is it? Are you trying, mate? Are you trying? It's Terziev, the old man. I'm probably not actually surprised, to be honest, that Terziev didn't get to him. And Ludogorets looking to make it 3 now, but Benama does really well. I think that's the first time we've said Benama's name. We've not really seen him. El Makrabe into Benama. Forward towards Barkok. Can we get a goal back here? Pashko's gone. Pashko across to Constantine. Back to Pashko again inside the area. He's hit the outside the post. And he's going to get the rebound. Back in towards Manovic. Ludogorets defence get there. That's much better from a Bdin point of view. And Pashko's possibly unlucky to hit the post. But here come Ludogorets. Down the other end, Ruiz into Weghorst. Weghorst towards the back post, and Tekpeti can't get there. Probably did look easier to score, like it's just said in the commentary at the bottom, but he did put it over. And into the final 5 minutes, guys, it does look like we're going to lose 2-0 here to Ludogorets, which is a little bit disappointing. We've not played the best. We were never really out the game, but some poor performances there from the boys. So guys, with 10 games completed, we do find ourselves currently in 7th place still, which I think is very respectable for Bdin. -2 goal difference, 14 points. Of course, we're going to be back after 20 games. Please do let me know, though, what you thought of the graphics and stuff like that. I'm new to this stuff, but if you did like it, please do hit the like button, because it does help me out. I'm not going to be doing that every episode. Obviously, there's a lot of work gone into that from my point of view. Hours and hours for maybe a 25-minute episode. Yeah, massive amount of work gone in. Obviously, we don't have signings every episode. That would be a start of the season type of thing. I would like to try and do the highlights like I have done in this video as well, going forward, rather than just showing you a screen with some match stats on and telling you who scored. I'd like to show the highlights for that. But thank you very much though, guys. It has been greatly appreciated. And I will see you all in episode number 12. So until then, see you later.